It just seems like everybody nowadays wants to make excuses for why they cannot do something. And sometimes people won't even try. You know, here's the sad reality of it. And maybe it's not even sad, but to be honest with you, no matter what you do in this life, you are going to have to suffer, okay? Diamonds are built underneath pressure, okay? If you're just going to sit back, lollygag around, not give a shit where your life's going, and you know, for some people working the 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know, some people enjoy that. You know, that's good for them. But then there's some of us who do not enjoy this. And, you know, if you really want to free yourself, you're going to have to do things that you don't want to do. You're going to have to stop making excuses. Oh, it's too hot out. Oh, I don't feel good. Oh, my back hurts. Okay, well, guess what? I've dealt with all of these issues, all 3 of them, and I still do what I have to do regardless. And, you know, I feel like that's a trait that a lot of people are missing nowadays. You know, I am not sitting here telling you that I'm perfect myself. All I'm trying to say is that you gotta do things that you don't want to do. Like, there's no way around it. If you really want to achieve great things, unless you're lucky enough to just have it handed to you, which I wouldn't even call you lucky then, because, you know, you didn't have any character development. You didn't have to go through any troubles, tribulations, nothing like that. You know, it's just, I feel like these things build character. And when you build a solid character, a solid foundation, then that is when the success happens. Whatever your definition of success is in this life, but you can't stop there. Even then, you should still be setting goals and achieving these goals. You know, but the reality of it is you're going to have to make sacrifices that 99% of the people will not make. Sometimes it's going to seem like you're working, and nothing's changing, but really, something is changing. Your character is changing. You're being more resilient. You're being disciplined. So you see, there is light even in that. And the same thing goes for like anything in life. Like whatever you believe in, God, the universe, whatever it may be, okay, that energy isn't going to be wasted. You will get that back. Now, I'm not saying to go out and do things just for selfish gains. And that's not what I'm trying to sit here and say. But what I'm saying is that even when it feels like you're putting all of this effort in and doing all of these different things and nothing's coming out of it, something is coming out of it. It may not be when you expect it to, but it will. So I guess really what I'm saying here is no matter what we do in this life, it's not going to be easy. And me personally, I would rather do something that I'm passionate about. Go after my own dreams and not build somebody else's. But to do that, it requires us to do things we don't want to do. And, you know, honestly, that gets even simpler than that. If you haven't realized this, most of the people that are obese are the ones that, oh, you know, I said I was going to work out today, didn't even show up in the gym. At least show up. Start there. At least show up. Get in the habit of showing up. Even if it's for fucking 5 minutes, it doesn't matter. Get in the habit of showing up. But some people can't even do that. And it's angering, but it's also saddening. Because I just feel like people could do such great things in this world if they just put themselves through stuff that they didn't necessarily want to do or felt like doing, but did it because they knew it was for the greater good. I don't know. I just feel like why be complacent? Isn't that like the whole reason of life, is to learn and grow and to be a better person? Isn't that really the goal? To have freedom to do what you want, when you want, without having to ask anybody. Of course, without harming others. But doesn't that sound like a better life to live? But that's the type of life that will take sacrifice. It will take doing stuff that you don't necessarily want to do, but you know you need to do it. And it will take time because it will not happen overnight, but it will happen. You just have to keep going, even when it's rough, even when you're tired, even when you're sick, even when you're hurting. You just have to keep going. You cannot let these things hinder you. So that's really all I got for right now. I don't know. I've just been seeing a lot of people online. It seems like they want to, you know, come up with every excuse in the book not to work out, not to run. For example, posted a video running, talking about, you know, didn't feel like doing this, but I did it anyway. So I ran, you know, 3 miles in 90-degree weather. And somebody's like, oh, well, the sun doesn't care about feelings. Just, I don't know, something along those lines. But my point being is like, really? Really? I'm fine. I didn't have a stroke. It's called taking care of your body, hydrating, and stop making fucking excuses. Just get out there and do it, my friend. You know, I'm not trying to give you this big hoorah speech. But what I hope you get out of this is that no matter what you do in life, it's not going to be easy. I mean, would you rather sit around twiddling your thumbs, bored out of your mind, or like be working on something that's part of your dream? So really, my whole thing here is to chase your dreams. But in order to chase your dreams, you're going to have to do things that may not always feel like they're giving anything in return. You're going to have to do things that you don't feel like doing. And regardless of how you feel in the moment, you still got to do it because you know this is part of your dream. This is what you want. This is what you need. This is your purpose. So do what you got to do. I have faith in you. I have faith that you can do what you need to do to chase your dreams, to live your dreams. So thank you. Thank you for listening to this. My name is Rob Ramsden. I do plan on doing a little bit more of these now. Just my little, 5-10 minute video rants about life. Just see what happens with YouTube. I enjoy being able to kind of speak my mind, and I hope that it actually helps other people as well. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment, share it with a friend. And I know everybody hates hearing these CTAs, but it does help me. Let's help each other here, friend. So I hope you got something out of this. If you did, please let me know down below, and keep going. Even when you're tired, sick, doesn't matter. I mean, of course it matters to an extent, but it doesn't mean it's going to hold you back. You still got to do what you got to do. Hope to see you at the top, my friend.